Hi, my name's Herb Carter. I'm the father of Melinda Oakes and the grandfather of Merrick and Maddie Oakes. And I'm here today to tell you about eating habits and things we ate during my 2 tours in Vietnam. I was luckier than most because I was a helicopter pilot both tours, so I had a little bit better than the individual who tromped through the jungle. First of all, breakfast. About the only thing normal we had was orange juice, of which we drank a lot of. The other items were reconstituted milk, which tasted bland. We'd have pancakes, but that came from water or reconstituted milk to make those. The eggs or dried eggs mixed in with hot water, so it was nothing but scrambled eggs. Never had a real egg in 2 tours or 2 years. And sometimes be lucky we have sausage links, and that pretty much comprised most of our breakfast. Of course, for every meal I had big bowls of fruit, that being apples and oranges, which we always grabbed 1 or 2 of anytime we're there, because that became possible backup meal for other parts of the day. Okay, that's breakfast. Now for lunch. For lunch, it was very varied. We never had regular food. We had, first of all, most of the time carried with us a case of what's called sea rations. Inside a sea ration was a box which contained a meat product, some sort of fruit, and other possibilities like a cookie, cigarettes, which a lot of us smoked in those days. And those were always in cans, and you had to have a little thing called a P38, which is about that long, about that thick, with a hinge part on it that you cranked into the can and slowly worked your way around till you got to the last inch of the lid, and you pulled over the lid if you wanted to heat it. So there was things like I said, there's fruits in them and a meat, and just sort of other things. If you needed to heat it up, it was a matter of getting some C4 pellets that you used to fire mortars with as a propellant, and stick it underneath the can, support it on rocks or something, and light it. It gets hot immediately, burns extremely hot. It'll heat up a small can of water or your food in no time at all. Then you just dig it out with a field fork. Other things were LERP rations. This was originally for long-range patrol guys to eat with, like chili con carne, chicken and rice, things like that. Here again, you needed hot water usually. You can always eat it with cold water, but we'd heat up the water same way with a little C4 item, dump the hot water or water into the pouch it came in, and stir it up until it was thick enough to eat. So that was your LERP rations. And between the two, that was about 95% of our meals. Occasionally we ate with units in the field, in their field kitchen, or real rare occasion, we'd eat local stuff, which is the most horrible things in the world. The closest thing to a real meal was a sandwich with horrible looking meat, thinly sliced on what looked like bread, and we pay just a pittance, like 25 cents for that. Other thing that they always drank a lot of was tea, but their tea was water mixed in with small fish eggs, and we drank that down, but that was kind of a last resort. Okay, now on to supper. Okay, supper. On first glance, back at our base camp and our mess hall, supper would kind of look normal like you do it every day. Only subtle differences. Of course, the milk was still reconstituted milk, really bland. Water, which always tasted really bland. You usually had a meat, which is some sort of thin meat patty of some sort. Never had a hamburger. Never had a roast chicken. A 1-inch steak was unheard of, or even a half-inch steak. Maybe some 1/4-inch meat patties. Mashed potatoes, again, reconstituted. And usually some fruit cocktails of some sort that had been poured out of sea ration cans. That pretty much took care of supper. One thing we never had was fresh vegetables over there, such as tomatoes, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. Anything like that is unheard of, and you just couldn't get. Again, the two most popular things over there, whether it's any meal, was distilled water, which I only got hold of twice in 2 tours, and real milk. And usually most of us, that's the first thing we went for, is a drinking fountain in the States or real milk. Okay, that does it. Thank you.